Hi, welcome to day 23 for me of my improvement challenge. Today I'm giving up screens, or better say it, I'm giving up an addiction to screens. I thought about this one all yesterday, how I was going to do this, because it's impossible for me at this point in my life to completely give up screens 100%. That might happen in the future, but for right now, I still need to use them. But I've thought about it, and we'll go through it. There's definitely some ways that I can manage screen time more properly. So why am I giving up screens? First of all, I can see there are definitely studies over the last while of what's happened to people's eyes and neck. So for me, I don't have a TV, I don't even have a computer really. I use my phone as a computer. I use it for just about everything, and so I've really spent a lot of time on my phone, right there like this, so watching movies and talking to people and looking up stuff, so that can cause quite a lot of eye damage, especially if you're doing it right before bed. Not just eye damage, but when you're looking at a screen or just before bed, it messes up your serotonin levels, messes up your sleep levels. So definitely cutting out screen time in the last hour best even if it's the last 2 hours of my day is what I'm going for, is to make sure that if I have to look something up or I have to email somebody or do anything with a screen, that it'll be when I get home from work, and that the last 2 hours will not be focused on looking at a screen. So besides eye damage, of course, people being bent over looking at their neck, or down the whole time, that really messes up the neck. People are having problems with that. I've heard even people messing up their pinkies from holding their phone. So it's also a time waster. I don't have to be on my phone all the time, and when I go on to look something up, then I end up kind of checking something else out and something else out. So I mean, that's been really drastically reduced since I've cut out Facebook, or improper use of Facebook and YouTube and Netflix and video games. It's like really helped. I noticed I do spend quite a bit of time now making playlists for audio, but once I have my playlist set, then I can just put it away and listen. So yeah, it's a time waste, and I don't know if it still works with screens nowadays, but the old screens used to put you in a hypnotic trance using alpha waves. So I don't know if alpha waves are emitted from cell phone screens or flat screens these days, but I know there's a type of wave that puts you in a hypnotic trance, opens your mind up to being susceptible to advertising more easily, things like that. So letting go of that. I'm choosing to... So I was thinking about wanting to go to school, but not liking what school has to offer, that it's more geared towards getting people credited and insurable to do a specific thing. So I've decided that I'm gonna start rebuilding my book collection. So I have interest in small mechanics. I have an interest in making electronics, in making apps, in astral projection, in dream work, in I have a lot of different broad interests. I'd like to do my Physics 12 over again. So I've decided that when you go to a Chapters bookstore and you get like a book on carpentry, it might be fairly fluffy or thin. So I'm going to try and ask different people in different professions for books that they recommend, and then go and hunt those down on campuses or online bookstores. So if you have any recommendations for where to find good material, that's what I'll be doing, is building up my book collection. And on the bookshelf back there, I have a small zine collection, so I'm going to be working on building that up again. Sometimes I can learn a lot just by downloading manuals. There's manuals for so many different products now, so if I really wanted to know how a chainsaw works, I could download a manual for a couple different brands and see what they do, and So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm going to try and build a book collection of like really good quality instructional books on topics that I'm interested in, to start expanding my knowledge base before I go to school, to see what I can figure out before having to apply for a course. Developing my audio collection again, so that I can listen to people talk or listen to music without having to look at a screen. And then, of course, getting even though I've given up video games and board games, I do still want to develop role-playing games with people, hike games that we can play when we're going for a hike. I like using the pool still, so dive challenges and things like that. And yeah, I think I'm still going to put some thought into this, but downgrading my phone maybe, so maybe getting a laptop to actually do work. We have a computer upstairs. It's in a cold room, so I think what I'll do is maybe downgrade to a simpler phone, and then the things that I need to do on a computer, I'll actually go upstairs, sit in the cold room, so it's uncomfortable, so I don't feel like being there long, so I get what I need done and leave. That's a good way to manage that. You know, do I want to go upstairs for that? It's not important. Then I guess it wasn't important. So. Also, I'm thinking while I'm on the screen stuff, I'm going to try and find some things that allow, like headphones that allow the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi and the transmission of all that wireless stuff going on, to be away from my body, away from my head, so it's not next to me when I'm talking, and it's not in my pocket next to my groin where my reproductive organs are, during the day, starting to put some kind of barrier between me and that wireless stuff. The other thing I'm going to instigate is a phone schedule for myself. So I notice that if I'm on doing something, or I'm playing with my phone list, or if someone, if my Wi-Fi is connected, then it looks like I'm available on Messenger all the time, and I don't like being available all the time. I find it hard and distracting to get into something if somebody sends me a message or something like that. So what I'm going to do is start turning that off. It's already off during work, basically, but I'm going to have periods in the evening where I don't make myself available, and then times when I do. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe, I guess, like from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I'll check my messages, and then, 7:30 maybe will be the cutoff for that stuff, and then it'll be done. Yeah, and then, just printing out more material. I have Ultimate Guitar on my phone, which is an amazing app for learning songs on guitar, and I think that what I'll do is start compiling and printing music that I'm interested in, so that I don't have to have my phone on me when I want to learn that song. The phone is small, so it's hard to see. It would be nice to have a nice printed page, and that way it's easier to share when you're at a musical jam. If you're busting your phone out to share, there's still kind of a taboo around it. So just to be able to have that gone and have like a nice do-a-tang, and I could color the front of it, just make it more organic. I don't know what the right word for that is, but that's something that I'm going to be doing. So that's my way of coming back into a healthy relationship with this technology. I can't cut it out completely, but there's a lot that I can do, and I think it's important, and there's a lot I've done already. So this is like basically the end of the third week of this 30-day challenge. It's definitely overwhelming. What I notice is it's not habit yet. I haven't ingrained everything as a habit yet, and stress makes me want to revert back to. So like for example, 2 days ago on Sunday, I did 5 hours of rototilling, and my hands are super sore, my body's super beat up. I was surprised because I'm a carpenter. I thought I'd handle hard work, but that was just intense, and it made me want to revert back to coming home, falling asleep, passing out, getting on the phone or whatever. So because I gave up comfort 2 days ago or whatever, I made sure that I took a nap. I rested on my back, rested on my belly. Then I got up, I made a snack, I had a shower, I did some exercise, and started nailing some of the things off of my goal list and got them out of the way. So I'm actually feeling much more energetic because I've moved some of that energy around. But like I say, the stress still makes me want to revert back to my old ways. And there was a guy who brought the trusses for the house we're framing, and he was vaping, and that was the first time where I was like, oh, I really wanted to vape. But I got to tell you, I've been doing the breathing exercises, and I swear my lung capacity has gone down. I can't hold my breath for nearly as long since I had my binge on vaping, and so I'm really I'm going to keep experimenting, but I think there are some unforeseen dangers to it, but I still wanted to do it. So it's not habit yet. There's a lot of things that I replaced my habits with that I haven't actually been able to really crack into because I'm still working full time. But I'm pretty convinced. I'm pretty sure that when day 30 hits, I'll probably be doing some kind of an event to really solidify the choices that I want to make permanent, and let go of the rest, and really develop who I want to be for the next little while. Again, figuring out who I want to be so that I can start working on where I want to go. So yeah, that's day 23. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, screens. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is chatter, like just useless interaction with people, individuals. Like hi, hello is important, but blah blah blah. Well, he said blah is. So anyway, we'll get into that tomorrow, but that's coming up. And then I'll be giving up wheat, which I don't really want to give up, but there's a lot, even if you're not celiac, there's a lot of good reasons to give wheat up, and a lot of other healthier grains to start consuming. So that's that. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye now.